All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, jumping into game number 2 of the best of 3 between these two players, winning at the 6 o'clock position, winning game number 1, looking to close it out with a solid 2-0. It is Aces MMA as the blue Terran. His opponent, the Tyrant, the Donner himself, spawning at the 12 o'clock position, playing for EG. It is, of course, Jaedong as the red Zerg. The map is going to be Polar Knight LE, and it's, of course, a 2-player map. They know where each other spawns, and that does affect the builds as opposed to a 4-player map. But oh no, I thought MMA clicked on the gas guys then. I thought he was going for a gas first. But that's not the case because he doesn't have a depot then, so that would have been really weird. But yeah, Polar Knight LE. Quite a large map. There's a lot of bases, but they're all around the outside, so there's a lot of fight-in space in the center of the map, especially by the watchtowers.
The games that we've seen on this map so far have been very similar.
Yeah,
it's always like a Zerg. By the way, we've only had TVZ in this matchup, so we've had 2 games on Polar Knights in the 2 previous series. It's been basically the Terran playing their standard build with the 3rd command center, a Zerg securing himself a standard 3rd base, taking the backdoor 4th base, and then from there the Terran pressuring very heavily that 3rd base of the Zerg player. In which case it's actually 1-1 in that matchup on the maps.
Alright, so we do have another Reaper opening, it looks like, from MMA, and Reaper openings are so solid. You know, of course, you like, a lot of people think that the job of the Reaper is to go kill workers, but most often than not, it's to keep the Zerg player honest, to make sure he doesn't cut any corners. If you can get a kill, that's always a nice little win, and then it's to make sure that you know exactly what's incoming, so you can scout the gases and stuff like that. But he is going for that gas right now, so pretty standard, as he will go up to that certain speed to deal with the Hellions and the Reapers that will be coming over the next few minutes.
Yeah, nothing too funky from these players. I don't think.
Yeah,
we haven't seen a single huge cheese from a Terran, like a 2 racks or something. The only race that has cheese so far in this tournament a lot that has been Protoss.
Hyun. And Hyun, kind of.
Oh, Hyun, I guess.
That was a more all-in as opposed to cheese.
Yeah.
Or hyper-aggressive. But yeah, like, I didn't get the chance to see all the games yesterday because I was in work, but who was the cheeser?
MC, it's like some in-base proxy versus Bomber. Super fast DT, I don't know if it really counts as a cheese, but it was done sometime. We had Hyun do a proxy as well versus Life, which was pretty sick. Double gateway.
Wait, you had... Do you see Hyun? Or...
Hero, sorry.
Hero. I was thinking that Hyun was proxy gating...
Starting to be really tired.
yeah, I can tell your voice is starting to go quieter as well. So, not too many more games left. The Reaper's trying to get a drone kill. It actually does get one.
Yeah, and forced a spore over there.
Yeah, and it's still a spore at the moment, so that's costing him mining time. There was a gas. Has he mined that gas? Yeah, he has. And of course, the Zukin speed is stopped. He didn't keep mining gas, so he's not going for overload speed.
Whoa, when he gets a 2nd kill, is he gonna die? He does die, but 2 kills? I would say this was worth it.
Yeah, he got the scouting information. He technically paid for itself in terms of cost, and killing a worker is always worth more than the actual cost because they mine themselves. And Jaedong's not put any guys on gas, so it looks like he just wants his certain speed. He wants as many minerals as possible, and of course, get as many drones as possible off the back of that. And we do have the 3rd CC for MMA, so he's playing standard as well.
Let's see what Jaedong has in store for us. He's gonna try to rebuild his drone count a little bit here before starting to work on a 3rd base. Speed is on the way, but still not getting any more Zerglings than the original 4.
And actually, the Reaper on the other side of the map isn't going to spot this. The Hellions will be out by the time they get here. Well, Zergling speed's about to finish up, so actually, just in the nick of time. And this is more of a scout than anything, I'd imagine.
He's going to keep those Hellions back at home, though, because MMA knows that the threat is out there now.
Ooh. And that Reaper denies to the 3rd, forces the gas out of that drone, and the Zerglings are going to go try and hunt him down. Can he get the same surround that he did get last game? He's anticipating where the Reaper would come from, and
yeah, that was really nice. Again, very impressive play here by Jaedong. Not going to be able to get the Reaper though.
Nearly does, and it survives with just 5 health. So that's cool. And we do actually have the Roach Warren in production at the front of the Naturals to start. Of course, well, now Hellions and the Reaper are going to start dealing a little bit of damage to this 3rd base. Well, you know, they're not going to be able to cancel it. And 2 queens are coming down to, of course, back it up.
The queens are going to get in there to try and help the situation, but I think they realize that if they get too far out on creep and more units rejoin this for MMA, this will be disastrous. So might end up cancelling here, Jaedong. He's made a bunch of Zerglings. Let's see if he can get one of his famous rounds. Actually, no. Did he even cancel? Did he cancel?
Ooh, I don't think he did, actually.
I don't think he canceled, and he's...
No, he didn't.
He was throwing down a Baneling Nest in his wall a second ago, wasn't he?
There's the roach one, the Baneling Nest behind the mineral line at the natural.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure he was making... I think at first he was going to make the Baneling Nest in his wall, maybe. And then he cancelled, and instead he made it like in his back of his main. Or maybe he didn't start it at all, but I'm pretty sure I saw Baneling Nest almost being started here. And MMA sees the roaches. We should be seeing bunkers starting as soon as possible here. Behind this, he's made the extra barracks. He didn't play greedy with the double eBay. But just like versus Hyun on Habitation Station, he starts double eBay anyway. He feels confident enough to hold this. The thing is, Hyun on Habitation Station was on 3 hatcheries. And he had a lot of lavas to work with to make this work. He made 1 trillion Banelings and then he made it work. Now, this attack from Jaedong, it really feels like basically the rest of his games compared to Hyun's. It feels like it's not going to work because he doesn't have all that much. MMA is so ready for this. He lost once to this kind of push before. He does not want to let it happen again.
Oh, and the bunker nearly getting picked off there. A lot of SCVs forced to repair, and that's lost mining time, which does kind of help Jaedong, but of course he is going for the all-in, so he needs to do guaranteed damage with this. And the Banelings get cleaned up. That's nearly it. There's only 2 more in production, and the roaches are trying to take out these bunkers, but there's 3 bunkers surrounding them, so they will not be able to deal with that damage. Oh god, that did not go well.
Yeah, and these aliens are really going to help with the follow-up attack here. That SCV even repairing one of the bunkers. We still have 3 bunkers up. This one should possibly go down, but no, Jaedong's going to pull back, and he has no follow-up. He has no third base. He's trying to retake it. 36 drones against 39. SCV's 41 now. And with that triple mule MMA, I think he's got this game in the bag. As long as he keeps on macroing solidly, he does decent attacks behind this, he's gonna do great in the future attacks. Jaedong, he went for an all-in, it didn't work. Following this up with any kind of macro game is gonna be so difficult now. He goes for the double evo chamber, but the 1-1 of MMA already started, and his production is gonna be too strong in a second.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's got that tech. He does have the combat shields in production. There's the starport finishing up. I'm guessing it might swap that racks with the reactor or the factory there. And of course, you know, once the medevacs get out, then it gets harder because it's not like Jaedong has to just concentrate on one position. MMA is going to try and pull him apart and abuse his upgrades, his better economy, his better units near enough, and this is going to be very, very hard for Jaedong. But the third base has finished up and a macro hatch is being added on. So, I wonder if he's going to try and take any risks to get back into this.
Yeah, he's just right now he's getting only drones. He doesn't have many units out. He's on 21 army supply against 44. This is what I was talking about. You have a choice to make when you're Zerg. Units or drones, and in this case, Jaedong has made it his own choice. The creep spread is good as always, but in the end, how much can creep spread help in killing those units? We'll see. As MMA already has 3 Widow Mines, a bunch of alien submarines and some mortars. He's not even waiting for medivacs. Actually, they are just right behind. He's gonna step on creep, clear it, making sure he gets into a good position. Banelings are being more from Jaedong. He's gonna get supply blocked here for some time. He started a couple additional overlords, and Jaedong is actually preparing some kind of run by in that third base of MMA.
Yeah, actually, yeah, he's gonna go for that. He doesn't know it's there just yet, so he'll see it as he runs by it right now, and will get some damage done. There are a few Marines, but the main army is just right there, so it comes back and cleans this up pretty easily. This medevac drop flying overhead over the creep and directly so Jaedong can see it. Forces the roaches back into the main, which he could try and abuse and head towards that third base because the roaches aren't going to be here.
Yeah, there are overlords that can be picked off a little bit everywhere here. MMA, again, this is what he's famous for. Those medevac drops, which he handles so well. That's exactly what he's going to do here. Ooh. Drop them all over the place, pick off some overlords, pick off what he can. Not losing his medevac nor his marines. He knows that there is no Spire by now. And by the way, he's going to need that Spire, Jaedong, that is.
Yeah, just a little bit. He only has roaches. He's not going to be able to dart between bases and clean up all these drops. Upgrades 2-2 is in production for the Protoss play. There's 2-2 for the Terran, and 2-2 for the Zerg hasn't started yet. And we do have a bit of two-pronged aggression here. Dropping the main, and the main army headed towards that third base location.
Is there enough here for Jaedong? MMA steams in. He's gonna start a step against those units. The Baneling's not really hitting anything important here. He's gonna be the last one gonna get targeted. Those roaches, they are chasing those units, but they're not doing all that much against this Boy of Force when there is a medivac healing everything. And the MMS production is ridiculous. He's even getting tanks now. He's got 2-2 on the way. Whereas Jaedong is only on 1 run. I think Jaedong is going to go for some kind of big bust because he's not even walking on the 3rd base right now. And when this fails,
more overloads getting killed off. Supply camping. There's 2 more right above that medevac as well. You didn't see them. And this medevac is very low in health, so he does have to be careful. Where's he going with it? Oh, but we actually have an engagement in the center of the map. Baneland's all the way behind, rolling in. And the tank is going to siege up. It's going to be too late to do that damage. And splits are coming out. Lots of the Banelands do blow up on the Marauders. Not where you want to be hitting, as they do not get that splash damage or that bonus damage against the armored units. And this is just pure roach. Like, supplies are a bit false here for how good army that Jaedong has. And there's a lot of medevacs out here doing a lot of healing, and this is getting cleaned up very fast. Holy Jesus, those roaches pretty much vaporized.
Yeah, Jaedong is still not all that far behind on supply, but with 2-2 almost finished and only 1-1 upgraded for Jaedong. At least those some units are getting caught here. He's engaging very, very poorly right now. Jaedong, that is. He gets in there, but MMA has way too much. He realizes that. He's just going to stand in there, steam, have all of his units healed from the medivacs, and GG is going to have to be called. MMA.
And there it is.
He moves on to the final match of this group. Jaedong is eliminated.